Greetings, Gemini and Gemini rising. This is your Western forecast for March 2025. It's a powerful month of major shifting and change as we're going to have a lunar eclipse on the 13th, a powerful solar eclipse, especially in Aries, a sign of new beginnings, on March the 29th. Eclipse season brings a lot of endings, new beginnings, a lot of instability and change. And then Mercury and Venus will be retrograde. The retrograde is your rethinking, your reevaluating. Now, the Sun, the first 3 weeks of every March, transits in the sign of Pisces, putting a real spotlight on Pisces. Pisces is 10 signs past Gemini. So the first 3 weeks of every March, there's often more of an emphasis on your career, on more leadership, more visibility. Then the Sun goes into Aries on March the 20th, and Aries is 11 signs past Gemini. And the 11th, on one hand, deals with your long-range goals and dreams and aspirations. On a more personal level, the 11th house deals with friendships, networking, group activities. But you're going to be reevaluating your friendships, your organizations, and your goals in life, because the Venus will be retrograding April or March the 1st till April the 11th in that 11th house. Mercury, decision-making Mercury, when you're rethinking and reevaluating your goals of Mercury retrograding in the 11th house. So that's March the 14th till April the 7th. But then we're having this new moon solar eclipse in Aries in your 11th. The solar eclipse is planting seeds that could take 30 to 60 days to start revealing where it's taking you. But these eclipse in Aries reoccurs every 19 years, so it doesn't happen very often. And just being in Aries, it's all this initiative, bold, new action in general. And that could be very strongly unfolding, at least for the next 6 months. But to have the 29th of March, this full moon, this new moon solar eclipse in Aries, your social life and your future goals are shifting, because the 11th deals with your friendships, and it also deals with your dreams and goals and aspirations. So new friendships, networking opportunities, or collaborations may be appearing over the coming weeks and months. It is a great time to set long-term intentions related to community and aspirations, because that 11th house is the sector of your hopes, your dreams, your goals. And having this powerful solar eclipse in a fiery Aries of bold new beginnings and breakthroughs, this is putting a real spotlight in the coming months of a new future. Now, something I learned a long time ago is the 11th house. So when you're learning astrology, you'll have all these different keywords for each sector of the chart. There's the 12 signs of the zodiac. The horoscope is divided into 12 sections. Each of these sections are called houses, and they can represent many different areas of life. But you'll see a common denominator with all these different keywords describing the what that sector of the chart represents. So what I learned a long time ago, it didn't hit me right away, because for the longest time I couldn't connect in the 11th house that deals with your long-range goals and dreams and future, how that had anything to do with friendships, until it occurred to me that be careful who you associate with, because if you lay down with dogs, you're going to get up with fleas. I heard that from a master teacher from India, for this beautiful young 30-year-old guru. It really he could have knocked me over with that American colloquialism. But what she was saying, the 11th house, if you want to know where your life is going, if you want to know where your future is going, look at who you're associating with. Look at your friendships. The point is that when your future is changing, that's this solar eclipse in your 11th house of your goals and your future, and it's in Aries, this powerful new energies. When your future is changing, your friends, your community, your organizations will change. Your social life and social circle will be changing. On the other hand, when you are seeing friendships don't work for you anymore, or a social group is not working for you anymore, it's also indicating that in the long term, subtly, your future is changing. So when your friends are changing, your future is changing. When your future is changing, your friendships are changing. So I always try to advise people, when you're having some very close friendships and they're not working out for you anymore for you, instead of being sad about it, get excited that it's a sign of some major new beginnings are trying to come through. Now, before I now break down how the Venus and Mercury and eclipses in more detail will be impacting you, if you enjoy these types of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. All right. The Venus is testing and reevaluating friendships and your long-range goals and aspirations during the retrograde period of March the 1st to April the 11th. Decision-making Mercury retrograde in the 11th, March the 14th till April the 7th, doing a lot of rethinking, second-guessing, reevaluating your goals, but also friendships. Now, the Venus is going to, and both Venus and Mercury are in retrograde, so it means that if you look through a high-powered telescope, it would appear, it's an optical illusion, that the planets are moving backwards. And so they're starting in Aries, and they're going to, in your 11th house, and it's going to retrograde at the last days of March into the sign of Pisces. So this Pisces is the sign prior to Aries. Anyhow, Pisces is 10 signs past Gemini. So the 10th house has a lot to do with career and life purpose. And so the Venus is now on the 27th of March, is shifting into that 10th, as you were doing a lot of reevaluating your goals, your friendships. Now it's shifting into your 10th house of life purpose, which it will go direct on April the 11th, and then remaining in that 11th for a few weeks to really set into motion this new life purpose. Because because now you're realizing you want new goals. Maybe you need new job, new business, new career. The Mercury will leave the 11th house of all your goals in retrograde by March the 29th, and then retrograding back into Pisces, into the 10th house of career matters until April the 7th. So I think there's a lot of this readjusting of your long-range goals and aspirations, especially with that solar eclipse on the 29th. But it could then also, as we're going more into April, is this realization about how to reset your career, your job, to help you bring in more of these goals and aspirations. Now, some of the clues could also be the full moon lunar eclipse on March the 13th. A lunar eclipse is a full moon on steroids. It will test relationships, and this could be really testing friendships or social groups because of the retrogrades. It's going to be in Virgo. Virgo is 4 signs past Gemini. A full moon is also a full moon lunar eclipse. Can also be about endings and letting go. But it's in the 4th house. And the impact could last a couple of weeks, not just a couple of days, because it's such an intense, powerful full moon. The 4th house could be what needs to be reorganized or let go. Could be your living situation. That's the 4th house. Or your family dynamics. That's the 4th house. But I think there's a lot of this resetting of major new goals down the road here in the next couple of weeks, couple of months, that might compel for some of you a change in residence as you're like moving into this new direction. So I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co. That's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.